Good afternoon, everybody. This is Scott DeCamp with CatchMark SportsNet. We're here live at Oriole Field in Ludington, Michigan. This is part of the Ludington Football Media Day 2023, sponsored by Subaru of Muskegon. Thank you for their kindness in sponsoring this great event. And I have here with me today for a live podcast. I apologize for the wind cut. We're about a block from Lake Michigan. I'm about ready to go jump in there because it's been a hot day. And Courtney Jimison, our digital media specialist, is here sitting near us here, and she's done a great job, and she poured some work in that hot locker room, get some video and photos of these players and stuff. So it's a great event. I have with me seniors Gage Jones, Daniel Ramirez, and then Coach Charlie Gunzel. Thanks for joining me, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So first off, tell me a little bit about yourselves. What positions you guys play, how long you've been on varsity, that kind of thing. Start with you, Gage.
I play safety and wide receiver. I've been on varsity since my sophomore year. And it's been great. Like, great coach, great guys to be around, and great experience to have. Like, coming out here on this field, this new field now, but it'll be a great time for one more last year.
What about you, Daniel?
I've been on varsity.
Hold those mics up, boys.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I've been on varsity since my sophomore year as well. I play alley safety and slot receiver. The past few years have been good. I've getting better. Being at the home games is, Friday Night Lights is fun. Yeah.
Yeah, so you coach, how long is this for you here at Ludington as the head coach?
Well, this will be my 20th year here, Scott, at Ludington. It's a great place. I mean, for guys like this, Gage and Daniel do a lot of things for us, and now you can see what's happening here. I mean, they're investing in our facilities, and the voters passed the bond, and the district has held true to their word. And so to see these types of improvements, to see the investment in the program, we ran a youth camp this morning. We have 55 kids in grades 3 through 6 at a youth camp this morning, and these guys are all working the camp as well. So tremendous place to coach and tremendous kids to have in a program.
Yeah, so you guys, I've already heard it 2 or 3 times already about this, what they're doing here at the stadium. I mean, obviously you can't see it on the camera now. You can see it a little bit maybe behind us, but the turf they're putting in, new turf field here at Oriole Field, and really investing in the school, the community is, and it's going to be beautiful. And it's already been a special place, especially for those in this community. Tell me a little bit about what that Friday Night Lights experience is here, guys. I hear that cars pull up along the fence, and I heard that was maybe even a point of contention. Like, if you guys are going to redo the stadium, you cannot reconfigure the setup.
Had they taken that hill away over there, had they taken that away, this stadium wouldn't exist. I mean, that's those guys have been up there a long time, and they really help create the environment. They'll be here 4:30, 5 o'clock. They're here when we come out for warm-ups, and they're having a good time. And they do make it a big event on Friday nights, and we draw well. I mean, we've always drawn well here. People support the athletic teams here in Ludington, and the hill's a big part of it. So they did keep the hill, and this is only phase one. It's gonna continue to get bigger. It's gonna continue to get better. There's new field houses going in. There's new facilities all over Oriole Field. All of Oriole Field will be redone in about a year and a half.
Yeah, so let's thank our sponsor again, that Subaru of Muskegon. They were gracious and generous enough to pay for this whole media day experience for Ludington, and so we thank them for that. But as far as obviously, before we get to 2023, let's talk about 2022 a little bit. You guys were 7-3. You're in the playoffs 4th time in 5 years, 5th time in 7 years. You guys are building a consistent program that is in that mix. And just to you guys, Gage and Daniel, how important is it? How special is it just to be part of something like that to help continue to build something like that?
It's really nice, actually, just because you're doing it with a bunch of guys that you grow up with. Like, I moved here my 8th grade year, and I was introduced to football, and a bunch of these guys I've been playing with today helped me like grow around them and everything. It's been awesome ever since. So going out there with each other, it's amazing. Every night, every Friday night, it's a feeling that you can't describe.
Yeah, I'd agree with Gage. All the relationships that you build, you're not just playing football. It's more than that. And yeah.
What about you, Charlie, as far as how proud are you of the fact of what you guys have going on here? And I know you guys, the work's never done. You're still trying to improve and iterate and make things better. But what are the things that that you're most proud of?
Well, I'm proud of our consistency. I am. You know, it took a long time to get to this point. We've had a lot of struggles here. You know, 10, 15 years ago, we're not winning a lot of football games, and so we just continue to stress how we want our program to run. And guys like, you know, Gage moved in 8th grade, and Daniel, I coached Daniel when Daniel was in youth football. You know, he started off as an offensive lineman for me like 7 years ago. So just incredibly proud of our staff and our kids. And there is an expectation. It's fun to be part of a program that has expectations, and that has not always been the case here. So once we develop the consistency, kids know they have to work out. Kids know they can't miss practice. There's an expectation of behavior. And when you get to that, it's a lot of fun.
So we have a fan slash player
He's a
sitting
heckler.
here
He's a heckler.
trying to get
Yes.
these guys laughing on camera here. Do you want to come and join us over here or no? What do we have over here, Coach?
That's unfortunate. No, that's my son, Cameron. And these guys, that's the other thing about in a small town. I mean, Daniel and Gage are in my house as much as Cameron is. These guys are, you know, in our backyard, in our front yard, and they hang out and they're all buddies. And that makes it fun for me to coach these guys, and I could talk to them after practice, and they probably don't want to talk football. And we may talk about something completely unrelated to football. So, but yeah, Cam's over there doing his little thing, trying to get Daniel and Gage worked up.
Hey, that's part of the experience. Quite honestly, I mean, that's what, you know, when we do these media days, that's what we hope for is the memories. Obviously, the games are great. The competing's awesome, all those things, but it's the other stuff around the sports, around football, you know, the media days, the stuff at media days, not just the content we produce, but, you know, with this podcast, with the hype video we'll do, with the photos and all that stuff we do, but it's the actual day there. Like, I was getting the players to list their heights and weights, and the guy would say 5'10", 108. No way are you 180. You're 170. You're 160. No, you're not 210. You're 240. You know, that kind of stuff. So,
Chillinger.
yeah, so he listed 6'2", 200. Is that accurate? Or?
I think you could put David with his parents. I don't know if you're going to get to 6'2".
So that, I mean, that's, again, the fact that we can joke around and have fun. That's really what it's all about. And obviously, I know you guys are excited for the season. 2023 is coming. It's in a couple weeks, a little over a couple weeks, but it's coming. You got Petoskey coming in here on Thursday, August 24th. You had a great game with them last year. Got a big victory up there last year. What do you guys anticipate, both from hopefully breaking this new turf field in, and then the opponent and getting the season off on the right foot? What do you guys think?
It's a big step for us. Coming home with a new field, new season. Coming off last year too. It was a good year. We want to continue that. And Petoskey's good. They got a good running back. They got a good player, good team, good coaches, and everything. And if we win that game, I think it sets a tone for us.
What do you think, Daniel?
I agree. Last year we played at Petoskey, so I think this year we have a slight edge, you know, playing at home, and especially on the new turf. So it gives us something to work for. But yeah, like Gage said, it's going to be a good game. I think it'll be somewhat like last year as well.
No, and there was some certain media member, I'm not going to say who, did not pick you guys to win that game. Well,
I think I texted you after.
You did. And there's a lot of times you're not the first and you won't be the last that make me eat crow. So, because I'm not always a smart guy when it comes to that stuff. I try, but as far as the season goes, if you could just coach Hitman maybe your schedule a little bit, real briefly, and obviously you don't want to leave off anyone in terms of, because you're not overlooking anyone, of course,
Right.
but maybe what is the outlook on the season? What do you guys face with that schedule?
Well, we're super excited just because of the guys we bring back. But with the schedule, is, you know, Petoskey coming down, we know that's going to be a war, and they're a very good football team. Jim Webb's been coaching football a long time, so they're going to be prepared and ready to go. And then we start to get into the West Michigan, whether it be Rivers or Lakes, and we do mark games. And, certain games just not that they mean more in the final standings, but I think to the kids, when you talk about, you know, showdowns with Manistee, with Montague. We have Oak Ridge and Whitehall both coming here this year. But the West Michigan is such a great conference, and we're so thrilled to be in it. Every Friday night is a battle. I mean, everywhere we went last year, because we were relevant, we were playing good football. Everywhere we went was a tremendous environment, and so we're looking forward to that again this year. But our whole focus, and we talked about it at our camps. Our whole focus is to get ready for Petoskey. That's our only focus right now, and that's what we're preparing to do. And you go through your everyday drills, you go through everything you need to do, but at the end of the day, Petoskey's in the back of our mind.
And last year, you capped your season. You got in the playoffs, Division IV playoffs, played a tough Fruitport team. That was a
Yeah.
good Fruitport team.
Yes, they were.
And it was, I mean, you guys, it was back and forth early for quite a while, and then they pulled away a little bit later. But 54-28, I think, was the final. But for you guys, what was that experience like playing in that playoff game and playing a good team like Fruitport?
It shows us where we gotta be, and the teams that we gotta beat. Like, it's not gonna be easy, and we gotta fight for everything that we got. And it starts all in the off season. We got guys lifting every day of the week, and it's gonna show out on the football field.
Daniel, what do you remember about that game?
Just the experience of being there. It's fun to play in a game like that, especially with a team as them. And you go. Oh, my fault. I thought you said something. It must have been the win. But yeah, just having that experience and then coming back and trying to do it again next year just gives us that extra motivation of what happened last year.
Yeah, so I have to bring this up because it was a Sports Center highlight reel catch by this guy here. Interception or reception? I'm trying to remember.
It was a reception.
Who was that against and where was it? It was here, right?
It was here against Mason County.
I can't get you to reenact it because obviously there's not the room to do it here, but if you can, within these confines, tell us what happened on that play, what you saw, and how you made the play.
So I think we were playing Mason County, and the play was for me, and I chose to go deep, and Chase threw it up. He was supposed to lead me, but there was a little underthrow, and he got all over me, got my right hand, so I just stuck my left hand up there and came down with it. I was more surprised than anybody else who was there.
How much play did you get from that in terms of people maybe retweeting it, sharing it, reaching out to, hey, that's a heck of a play?
Definitely my parents, my grandparents, they all messaged me after the game, during the game. They're all giving me props and everything, but I don't know, like, very next day at school, or the very next day we went to school, so many people told me, or like saw that and everything, and it was a cool feeling.
So Daniel, what's your claim to fame? Like what's the big play or big moment for you like last year that really stands out in your mind?
Me, I think what was most fun and what I did the most was probably on kickoff. Our kicker, Miles Wilson, would send a little pooch kick about like 20, 25 yards, and we'd go down and track it. And I got a few of those this season, or last season. I got a lot of them, so that's probably
I thought you were saying you'd run down there and just lighten somebody up.
I think Daniel got 4 of them. I think Daniel recovered 4 onside kicks last year, so we became pretty proficient at that. And Daniel and Luke Hackert were kind of like, they turned our kickoff team, and everybody wanted to be on that team because of what Daniel and Luke were doing. And they really made that position popular within our program. And so, being on special teams at Ludington is a big deal. And these guys really made it popular last year.
So you guys in particular, I think we're both inside getting your photos taken today, but some of your teammates, and I'm teasing it for our viewers out there for a potential TikTok coming your way. A couple of your teammates were singing "I Am Ken" from the Barbie movie. Cole Packard, I believe, was the lead. Are you guys kind of relieved you didn't get pressed into that?
Yes.
Who's the best singer on the team?
I think Will Lewis actually is in choir,
Yeah, he is, yeah.
but he claimed he didn't know the lyrics, so let it
So
slide.
those guys, it was more poetry than it was singing, and I don't know if it was great poetry.
They were reading it.
They were.
Yeah.
Does that surprise you at all, Coach?
No. I've got these guys. I tell you, one thing we are looking forward to is these guys are a cast of characters. I mean, there are no real cliques on this program and in this football team. They all get along. They all have fun. Sometimes you got to snap them a little bit. They do like to have a lot of fun, but Monday morning at 9:00, they'll be in line ready to go.
So cool. Anything else about this team or anything about the season that you're really looking forward to? And I mean, if you guys could just all kind of maybe finish it off with what makes it such a special thing to be part of this program and part of this community.
I'll go first. Yeah, just I guess the amount of support we get. This past few years, a lot of people have been showing up, and the energy's been good. Even though last year we didn't have many home games, when we did, the crowd was packed. People along the fences and everything. But yeah, it's good being in this community, and especially with this new turf, what the bond that passed allows us to do.
Well, you Gage.
Um, Sorry, what was the question?
Just about what makes it so special to be part of this program, part of this community.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, just being with the guys and everything, and then having parents, grandparents, and everything, it's just a great feeling. It's nothing you're gonna like get back when you're older. You're gonna have all these memories looking back, all these stories, telling your kids and everything. It's life changing for you, and it's something I can't ever think of like going away after my senior year.
And what about you, Charlie? Obviously, you weren't born here, but
Right.
this is your home now. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it's what's made it such a great place to live and be and coach and all those things.
Well, I think you hit it on the head earlier. Ludington's a special place as it is. It's a standalone community. We're not part of a bigger area. And so the support that not only the football team, but the soccer team, the basketball team, the baseball team, all of our athletic teams are supported at the highest level, whether it be from administration to the fans to the parents. At Friday night in Ludington in the fall, they're here. They're here to watch football. And in the winter, they're there to watch basketball. And so we have tremendous support here. You hear the horror stories of guys coaching in communities that maybe don't support them or administration doesn't support them. We feel nothing but support here. We feel nothing but encouragement and having these types of kids. We have really good kids here at Ludington. And that makes it fun to come to practice every day. And so those are some of the things. And the fact that I've had the same staff for 20 years is probably one of the biggest deals to me. My football staff, our staff, those guys are my best friends. And to say that I've coached with the same guys for 20 years, I've got a guy on staff that has 50 years of experience. So, we can just bounce ideas off of each other. And I love working here, and I love working with these guys.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot, Coach Charlie Gunzel. Thanks, seniors Daniel Ramirez and Gage Jones.
Thank you.
And thank you again to Subaru of Muskegon for sponsoring this Ludington Football Media Day 2023 here at Oriole Field. Again, I'm Scott DeCamp with CatchMark SportsNet. Check out all our stuff on our website, on our social platforms, and obviously on this YouTube channel, which you are watching now. We'll have more great content, including content from this Media Day coming out, and we'll have other Media Days around the corner. So thank you for the support, everybody, and thanks to the Orioles, and good luck to you guys this season.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.